The potential acquisition of Rennes' young defender Jeremy, HIJACK represents a fascinating and strategically sound piece of business for Manchester United, one that aligns perfectly with the new recruitment model the club is attempting to implement. At an estimated fee of just £25 to £35 million, HIJACK is not merely a prospect. He is a ready-made talent whose profile ticks every box for a modern centre. The scouting reports circulating are overwhelmingly positive, highlighting a level of maturity that belies his 20 years, a commanding aerial presence, and an innate sense of positioning that prevents problems before they even arise. Crucially, his distribution from the back is described as calm and progressive, a non-negotiable asset in today's game. With the long-term futures of senior defenders uncertain and the need for quality depth glaringly apparent, a move for a left-footed, ball-playing defender of HIJACK's calibre is not just an opportunity. It is a necessity. And the fact that he is also on the radar of other Premier League rivals, like Arsenal and Tottenham, only underscores his quality and the urgency required to secure his signature, making him a potential bargain in an otherwise inflated market. This narrative of seeking value continues with a curious case of Atalanta's midfielder Ederson. His agent has publicly stated that the player could be available for a significantly reduced fee, potentially as low as £25 to £35 million, a stark contrast to the 60 or 70 million figures quoted in previous windows. Ederson is a known quantity, a dynamic and physically robust midfielder who was extensively linked with the club during the previous managerial regime. However, the critical question is whether he remains a viable target under the new sporting structure. The links have grown cold over the past 12 months, suggesting a potential shift in recruitment strategy. While his profile as a ball-winning, energetic presence would undoubtedly address a key weakness in United's current midfield, the silence surrounding him is telling. It presents a classic transfer dilemma. Is this a genuine market opportunity for a quality player? Is he simply no longer on the club's radar? With the new data-driven approach, focusing on different, perhaps younger profiles. The broader strategic picture for United's rebuild is coming into sharper focus thanks to reports from credible journalists like Rob Dawson at ESPN. The club's recruitment plan for the upcoming summer window is said to revolve around three key pillars. At least one top-level central midfielder, bolstering the wing-back positions and potentially adding another attacker. The emphasis on wing-backs is particularly instructive, highlighting the tactical requirements of Ruben Amorim's system and the current lack of quality depth in those roles. The drop in performance when key players are absent is precipitous, and it is an area that requires immediate and significant investment. Though, even if there is a future managerial change, the need for dynamic, attack-minded wide players who can operate in a back four or as wing-backs remains a constant in modern football. This indicates a move away from reactive signing and towards a more holistic, system-based squad-building philosophy. The midfield, however, remains the most pressing area of concern, and the list of potential targets is both extensive and revealing. Names like Everton's Andre, Wolves' João Gomes, and Stuttgart's Angelo Stiller have been consistently linked, suggesting a clear profile is being sought. Young, energetic, and technically proficient players, capable of controlling the tempo and providing defensive solidity. The persistent nature of these links indicates there is genuine fire behind the smoke. It raises a poignant question about the current state of United's engine room. Does the appeal of these targets speak more to their individual quality, or does it starkly highlight the profound deficiencies within the existing squad? The reality is likely a combination of both, but it underscores the scale of the task ahead. Acquiring one, if not two, of these midfielders is not a luxury, but an absolute imperative if the team is to compete at the highest level again. Navigating the January transfer window requires a nuanced approach, and the club's hierarchy appears to be adopting a stance of cautious opportunism. The preference is unequivocally to conduct the bulk of their business in the less volatile summer market. However, the club is wisely leaving the door ajar for potential opportunity signings. This could manifest in several ways. If a club like Wolves finds itself in a precarious relegation battle, they might be compelled to cash in on an asset like João Gomes in January rather than risk his value depreciating. Similarly, if a long-standing target like HIJACK becomes available for the right price, United must be prepared to act decisively. This flexible strategy acknowledges the chaotic nature of the winter window while ensuring the club is positioned to capitalise on unexpected market inefficiencies or player situations that align with their long-term vision. Beyond the plausible targets lies the realm of pure speculation, where stories must be treated with extreme skepticism. The links to Real Madrid's Federico Valverde, for instance, belong firmly in this category. Gambu. While the idea of signing a world-class midfielder of his calibre is tantalising, the notion that Real Madrid would entertain a sale for any price, let alone the quoted £105 million, due to player dissatisfaction, is fundamentally flawed. The Bernabeu hierarchy would undoubtedly part ways with a manager long before sanctioning the departure of a cornerstone asset like Valverde. Such stories, often emanating from less credible outlets, serve as a reminder to distinguish between aspirational gossip and grounded, actionable transfer intelligence. The future of Marcus Rashford has also sparked sensationalist headlines, with outlets suggesting Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain are preparing moves. While Rashford's current form on loan is encouraging, these specific reports lack substance and originate from sources with a poor track record. A permanent departure for Rashford seems unlikely at this juncture, and such stories should be viewed as speculative filler rather than a developing situation. The club's focus appears to be on integrating him back into the fold, not engineering an exit. Finally, the situation surrounding Joshua Zirkzee is a complex one, clouded by conflicting reports from Italian and English media. While outlets in Italy claim a move to Roma is advanced, with personal terms and agent fees already agreed, more reliable sources from England have poured cold water on these assertions. This discrepancy is a common theme in transfer journalism, particularly with Italian clubs often linked with loan deals with complex future obligations. The truth likely lies somewhere in between. Zirkzee is a player with clear talent who may be seeking more consistent game time, and a January move is plausible. However, the specific destination and structure of any deal remain uncertain. United would be wise to consider his departure only if a suitable replacement is secured, as his potential is too significant to relinquish without a clear and upgraded succession plan. This entire saga underscores the importance of patience and relying on Tier 1 credibility when navigating the whirlwind of transfer speculation.